We are live, beloveds. Welcome as the sisters stream in. And I'm just going to be checking our feeds and Facebook Live. We are live, beloveds, and welcome to Mary Magdalene Feast Day. And I'm so honored to be here, and please come in and post in the comments and post in the chat as we are opening this incredible feast day today of Mary Magdalene, Miriam of Magdal, and healing of the priestess wounds on the Venus heart chakra gate, the Rose Gate portal that opened yesterday. And this is the frequency of opening our hearts, releasing what has been blocking us, releasing what no longer serves us, and is opening us to that next level within us of vulnerability and softening as our strength in this new paradigm of this new earth as the solar feminine rises. And I welcome you as the sisters are streaming in and finding less. Welcome Griselda, Roscoe, welcome Tiffany, welcome Nisha. Blessings, beloved. And please type in, like, what is your connection with Mary Magdalene? I'd love to hear. And how many of you are ready to release what no longer serves you, to step into your power, your wisdom, and your truth? As we open this beautiful portal today, and I invite you to create a quiet space, light a candle, tell your family this is your time. And whether you're here live or in replay, I am so honored you're here as we step into this frequency of Mary Magdalene. And on her feast day, which is a very special day. I know it's a feast day of the church, which is mixed in the energy of that, but it's 2-2, which is the number of sacred union, the number of twin flame, of partnership, and of the beloveds. And that is what Mary Magdalene embodied in her journey of inner union with Yeshua, and as the coatomic Christ and the divine feminine Christ, solar feminine, that is really rising now within us, opening up this royal golden frequency. And today we're going to be walking in and releasing the priestess wounds. How many of you have felt some of these wounds? We're going to be opening and healing the womb, the wound of shame, healing and opening and healing deeply the heart, the wound of betrayal, and then deeply healing the throat chakra, persecution and staying invisible. How many don't always want to share our truth? Like, I kind of edit. I always edit myself. Do you do that too? Like, I'm going to say that, better edit that, better dial that back. We do that naturally, and that is that persecution. What are others going to say if I speak my truth? What are they going to think? I better just stay invisible. So we're going to be healing those three. Those are the three main priestess wounds, and we're going to be healing those today. We're going to be journeying in an embodied journey. I invite you to be in comfy clothes so you can stand and move and dance and move to that and move that in and out of your body as we heal. And then we'll be receiving a light activation from Mary Magdalene. And I'm really excited. I'm going to be sharing with you today a very special offer. And some of you today, it's everything you need. The Magdalene Feast Day, healing of the priestess wounds on the Venus heart chakra portal is going to be all you need, and you're good and you're satisfied and you are so deeply whole and connected. And then some of you are going to want to dive deeper, how you can grid your codes a little, activate your highest codes and walk with us and walk with me in a deeper way. And I'll be sharing, I'm really excited, and offering and a bonuses for you to receive this today. And I'll be sharing that today. And then you'll receive an activation from Mary Magdalene. And I'm going to also be sharing about the Venus heart chakra gate that is for the next 4 weeks, and how powerful this is, and how incredibly aligned this is, that it is on the Magdalene Feast Day. And so if you're live with us, please post in the chat. Welcome, Charlene, sister. Welcome, Paula. And just join us on the chat and connecting all that you are wanting to call in. And invite us now just to take a breath and invite you to place a hand on your heart as we tune in and really deepen into this truth and into this day today. Let a breath and inhale through the nose, divine masculine, exhale through the mouth. The audible, divine feminine breath. And connecting your heart and your womb as you send your grounding cords down into Mother Gaia. Opening this divine frequency within you. And just opening the sacred space. Calling in Mary Magdalene. Miriam of Magdal. The chosen one, the anointed one. The woman of the red mantle, the woman of the red cloak, the healer, the mother, the lover, the co-atomic partner, the chosen one. And just feel into her truth, her wisdom, her humanity. That is why I feel I can resonate with her because she went through this Herman journey. Rejection, persecution, joy, ecstatic bliss. Just feel into her. As we open this sacred space and call it so. And how many of you are new here with me today and you're new to Light Priestess Temple? We are the new community of light, and I just want to introduce myself if you are new. And I am Jennifer Shira, and I'm the founder of Light Priestess Temple global brand and community and this Facebook group. And I help visionary women get from where they are to where they want to be, overcoming fear, doubt, and all that comes with that. Through my signature process, I help you with your present and your future, and actually taking action to receive and become your vision. And I work with women who want these kind of results. And I'm so honored I've been able to activate over 7,150 worldwide to embody their highest purpose and destiny. And every time I say that, I get really excited because it's like real, it's tangible. It's not just out here. I see women changing before my eyes, going from working in corporate to in my news feed. I see them with their new offering, in their power pose, in their graphics, claiming their truth, sharing their soul gifts, and owning who they truly are and sharing it with the world. Where before they were like, I'm not sure, and how many felt that way? Like, I'm not sure, I don't know how to quite navigate sharing my gifts, or what's it gonna look like, or how I'm gonna move from this, I'm in the masculine world, and I'm going into this world, and how am I gonna do it? And then they just are, because they activate their soul codes, and they have community, and they step into who they truly are. When you activate your soul codes, it's the fastest, most permanent way to step into who you truly are. And that is what we practice here in Light Priestess Temple. We activate your truth, your origin, and your root, and your core of who you truly are to step into your power, your presence, and create your legacy. And I'm just so honored to be able to have witnessed that. And today we are stepping into that. We are releasing what no longer serves us, what no longer are you willing to carry. And I invite you to tune in to what are you carrying that you are ready today before we enter into the temple to let go of. I invite you to post in the chat so I can see and share with you, what are you willing to let go of today? What is that one thing? Fear, doubt, worry, I'm not good enough, I'm an imposter, I don't know everything. What is that one thing or that two things that you are ready to let go of and to step into your power, your essence, and who you truly are? And just share that in the chat. And I invite you to make friends with the chat, fall in love with the chat, and share and dialogue. When I love feedback. So as we're walking our journey today through healing of the priestess wounds and through this heart gate chakra, I'm going to be sharing about the heart gate chakra and the Venusian rise and descent journey. Share what landed, like a yes or YANA, we do Yana in our community. YANA, you're not alone, and share and let me know so that I can really fine tune this, so really serve you. And I'm so honored to be here to serve you so we can open this next level of your light, your solar feminine, divine, sovereign right to radiate your truth on all levels and all layers and no longer be held back or disconnected from your power or your wisdom or your voice. To reclaim your voice. Just feel into that. And Mary Magdalene has played a big part in my life. I was standing in my office. I ran a very successful clothing brand in Los Angeles, and I would work every weekend to do my new line. I worked 6 days a week, and then I worked weekends from Memorial Day to 4th of July. So right now, I'd be working on the weekends, and I would be doing my new line, and that would come out in fall. And I remember standing there, and this voice came over my right shoulder, and it said, "Enjoy this. This is your last year doing this." And I'd worked with my intuition, and that was not my voice. That was coming in, and it's like a message and a lesson. And I didn't know what to do. I was like, what? This is all I know. I have a mortgage. I have employees. I don't have other skills. I've been sketching since I'm 4 years old. I've been drawing. I sketch. I love fashion. I've created a brand, and it's incredibly successful. And that's all I know. I am worn out. I'm empty inside. I've created a prison for myself, and I am not even nice to my staff, but I am very successful on the outside. On the outside, it looked great. On the inside was a different story. And I wanted something. I knew there was something more for me. I knew I was headed somewhere different. And that voice came in, and it reminded me that no, you're not on this path to just make clothing. You have another path. And I had to really sit with that. And I took a few weeks off and traveled to Costa Rica to deepen what was I going to do? Do I really want this life? Do I want to stay in my clothing business? Or do I want to follow my soul call, which I was a member of Agape. I went to all the conscious, summits, and there were a lot in Los Angeles, and I loved that. It was like kind of like I would just go to the conscious summit, like buy some crystal jewelry, listen to some great talks, and come back to my life, like very duality back in those days. And I didn't know any better. I was just awakening. And I decided I wanted to step into something new. I could no longer lift my arms and do my clothing line at that time. It just didn't feel right, and it doesn't feel right. How many of you felt that way? And I was so in that masculine world of like that hamster trail, like new line, like a new sales volume. Oh, you got to be bigger next year, more sales volume, more growth, more and more, and just kept driving myself. That old paradigm of exhaustion and burnout. Anyone relate to that? Like, that's where I was at, and I just couldn't do it anymore. And my body was breaking down. I had lumps and bumps that started to come back, and my body was telling me. And so I came back from that trip to Costa Rica, and I made a choice, and I told my staff, and it took me about a year to unwind my business, and I did. And I walked off the curb into the unknown. I didn't have a parallel move. I didn't have like, oh, I'm just going to jump over here. I had nothing. I went from like Mach 500 wearing running shoes in my factory to zero. I had nowhere to hide. I could hide being busy. Oh, that's a great place to hide. How many of you hide being busy? You can hide you can stuff it down being busy, right? The busyness is like the nice accessory of the old paradigm. I could no longer hide. And a lot came up, and I needed to heal. And I was in Los Angeles, and I started taking Tantra. I started going and opening my body, and I started taking classes and workshops. I had the time. I started slowing down. I had a lover. I had new friends, and I started to open. And when I started to open, I really started working with Mary Magdalene. I had met her in 2008 through a sister. I read Anna, Grandmother of Jesus. I read I Remember Union, and I read River of Light. Those are three incredible books, and they really reminded me of who I truly was with Mary Magdalene, but I wasn't really embodying it. I was busy all day working in my clothing business, and then, would read those books at night. But she awakened something in me, and as I walked and I had more time, she opened me, and I really started deepening with her. I changed my last name to Magdalene, and I became who I truly was. And it opened me to who I am today. And that is why I'm so passionate about what I do, is because Mary Magdalene was a part of who I am today. She helped me awaken. She helped me deepen into my body with the three pillars of the divine feminine path: my body, my sexuality, and my feelings, and to own all of them. Because your body is your temple, and your feelings and your sexuality are your sacraments, and they lead you to the divine, each one. And I didn't know any of that. I wasn't taught to be in my body by my family. I was taught to do and get results and perform. How many like perform, right? Get results, like be productive, a member of society. It wasn't working for me anymore. And I wanted a new way. And what I thought would be a 2-year break ended up being a 6-year break. And I started to sit on waterfalls and started to channel, and I started to open who I truly was and remembered my time in the Temple of Isis. And that's where I met Mary Magdalene, in this human incarnation of this 5th human incarnation on earth, as she came in to receive high relationship codes and hold her Ka body to help with Yeshua. As Mary Magdalene is the Hathor lineage. She is, as many high souls come back, she is of the Venusian lineage, and she is the Hathor. She is the facet of Hathor, just as Yeshua is Horus. And they came back to walk again in a new way. And so she came into the Isis temple as a high initiate to hold those codes. And it started to come back, all my memories. And so Mary Magdalene holds a deep place for me as we open with her today. And so as we deepen into the space of Mary Magdalene, I invite you to deepen into who you are. Griselda, I'm sorry I didn't catch the makes of the books. Okay, the books are really great. So the books is Anna, Grandmother of Jesus by Claire Hartstrong, and I Remember Union by Flo Magdalena, and The River of Light by Mercedes Kirkell. Those are 3 incredible books that will just ignite the Magdalene within you by 3 different Magdalene beloved priestesses. And so as we step into healing of the priestess wound, Mary Magdalene is asking us to open our hearts, to release what's been clouding our hearts or holding us back. What we did to keep ourselves safe and protected then became an armor, like in Inanna's descent with the Venusian cycle and the gates of Inanna, as she had to release her breastplate. To release that breastplate, to then open her heart. What have you been protecting yourself from? Staying disconnected from yourself to be safe, so you could live and not be hurt and not be hunted and not be persecuted, because it really did happen in other lives. And that is what we're going to honor today, but also let it go, because we no longer need to fear speaking up. We can speak up, can't we? We can share our voice, can share our truth. But what kept us safe in the past is now keeping us stuck, isn't it? Holding us back no longer is needed. How many of you are ready to let this go today? Just share in the chat. As Mary Magdalene guides us and supports us in this deep love, just feel her, and I invite you to just call in, what is your intention for today? Take a breath and inhale. What is your intention on your heart on this Mary Magdalene feast day, this holy day of celebrating her, celebrating the sacred divine feminine that you are? The solar feminine rising, the Magdalene prophecy says, I will not come back as one, I will come back as thousands. So just tune into and embrace and celebrate your Magdalene frequency. If you're here, you have that frequency, that call within you. As a Magdalene priestess, maybe dancing in the temples, healing the soldiers as they would come in, bringing them back so they're whole, so they could go back to their families as a whole, complete man. You would heal them with your voice, with your body, with sexual temple arts to help bring them back into wholeness. I'm getting chills in my legs. You might remember the Magdalene temples. It's a faint memory. And then now coming here today, it's like, yes, I remember. And so on this Venus heart chakra gate, Venus is in Gemini right now, which is the sign of the air, the sign of the twins. We're in the 2-2, the twin energy. It's double portal today. And the Venus is asking us to dissolve any blocks or stories clouding our heart chakra, any energetic blocks keeping us from giving and receiving love freely, not trusting our worth. Just feel into that. To release protection patterns born from disappointment, betrayal, and fear that keep us disconnected from our sacred center, our compassion, our joy, our self-love. This is the portal today, this Mary Magdalene feast day, healing of the priestess wounds, to let that go of what hardens us or hides our connection of our beauty, our power, our magnetism, our radiance, to step into our tenderness and our love as our strength. I always thought vulnerability and strength and were not the same thing. Absolutely not. To be vulnerable and to be soft and compassionate, I thought was weak. That was how I grew up. And I shoved that down inside of myself, and I had endometriosis, I had cysts on my ovaries. It's like my body was like, you are not connecting with us. You are ignoring this huge part of yourself. And I didn't know any better. No one taught me. And I had to learn it later in life, to heal myself, to honor myself, to become whole. And so as we step through this, may this be a healing for you today, for your lineage, for your ancestral line, for the mothers and grandmothers that could not be here and could not express this, could not heal in the time they lived, that you can heal it. And when you heal, time is not linear. When you heal back 7 or 14 or 30 generations, and you heal forward. And so this no longer needs to be present on the planet. You can heal it here today. Who is ready to heal that today for yourself, for your children, for your lineage, for your grandmothers, for your great-grandmothers who didn't have the power or the voice or the culture to be able to speak their power as a woman? And so this Venus heart chakra gate is the heart wanting to open again, to release the armor, to step into her vulnerability, her power, her essence within you. And then July 30th, Venus moves into Cancer through August 25th. And that's about releasing old grief, guilt, and our emotions, our defenses. It's very aligned from the Gemini, which is asking us to take another perspective, another look at love and how we have opened or closed our heart. And then to keep releasing in Cancer, the waters of Cancer, the deep waters of emotion that keeps us fully from giving and receiving. The sacred portal that this is to dissolve the patterns that taught us to close, to keep us safe, to protect, to wear the cloak of invisibility. Like, I'm not going to rock the boat, I'm just going to be invisible. If I speak my truth, I get persecuted, I get shunned, maybe I lose my life, so that's not going to work, so I'm just going to stay quiet. And then we closed our throat. And then we were betrayed, sister wounds, and then we closed our hearts. Brother wounds, husband wounds, father wounds. And just feel into that. Ayla May saying, absolutely. Victoria's Victoria with a heart symbol. Love it. Keep commenting, sisters, so we can connect with each other. And so Cancer teaches us that true protection doesn't come from shutting down, but creating inner emotional security. Just feel into that. How many of you have shut down after a breakup or a divorce, which is like a explosion to our nervous system? Yeah. And then we don't know quite how to love again. Like, how do I love again? How do I open again? And so just open into that by nurturing yourselves with deep compassion, self-softening, self-love, self-care, accepting who we truly are. We return to our original state of love. We come into that inner union, that sacred union that Mary Magdalene teaches us, where our body, our feelings, and our sexuality is our path to the divine, is our divine feminine path, is the divine feminine frequency. The Magdalene energy is a frequency, an embodied, rooted, connected, and radiant frequency. Just feel into that within you. Just Feel into that Magdalene lusciousness as you roll your shoulders back or move your hips. Feel that opening within you. Your center is your power, your inner trust, your faith, your love. This is your power. It's not outside of us. It's not our title or our name or how much money we have in the bank. It's our inner power. When you walk in a room, you shift the room through your frequency. That's divine feminine energetics. That is the next 2,000 years. Mary Magdalene is the high guide of the Aquarian age. Just feel into that. This is the time to reconnect with the tenderness of strength, allowing your heart to be both sanctuary and guide. Just feel into that. And what has been holding you back? Post in the comments. And with this heart and moon, the heart chakra gate is the moon, the sun, Venus, and the fourth largest asteroid, Hygeia, we're all connected at 19 degrees yesterday. We're still in that portal. And so you have Hygeia, who's the goddess of preventative medicine and healing. And so you have this Venusian, lunar, solar, Hygeia energy embracing you and connecting you to who you truly are in a healing way, healing your heart, healing that heart chakra so you can open and love in this deep way, in this true way. And so as we step into our priestess wounds and body journey, I invite you to have your feet on the ground. I invite you, we're going to be standing. You can sit now, but we're going to end up standing. And so you can move and dance, and I'll put on some music. And I have the heart chakra tuning fork at 432 hertz. Just aligning your heart with this beautiful heart chakra frequency. Opening you in this heart chakra, Venus Royal Rose Gate. The Venusian lineage of Hathor and Magdalene, the solar lineage, as they are solar divine goddesses. So I invite you to first ground. We're going to be grounding. So I invite you with your abdomen, focusing on your beautiful abdomen and sending down energetic cords down, down, down through the terra, down through your temple floor, into the heart of the golden crystalline core of Mother Gaia, down, down, down. You can even send out your mycelia root network as well. If you want to expand across or down, sending it down and then connecting and then breathing up into your heart, through your root, through your Sushmana channel, up into your heart, bringing up that foundation, that love, that safety, that support, the love of the mother. We are all the daughters of the mother, divine Mother Gaia. And grounding, just feeling your seat on your chair, on your cushion, just feeling the clothes against your skin as you ground within your body. Because when we are looking to discover our soul gifts or share our truth, and to embody them, there could be something holding us back. And we talked about that, and you posted in the chat, this is what I feel is holding me back. And now is the time to reclaim that and to step into your power and to heal the priestess wounds, to feel, heal, and reclaim in this incredible portal of Mary Magdalene's feast day and the heart Venus Rose Chakra Gate. And there are three main wounds that we want to step into: our magnificence, our power. And as a priestess, as much as we want to step into our radiance and our strength and our gifts, but we may be holding something that's holding us back to deeply embody our gifts and who we truly are. Our essence, our jewels, our lineage of light, our gifts and masteries. And this runs through the priestess lineage, because when consciousness declined, so did the priestess lineage, and there were priestesses turning on priestesses, there were betrayals, there were many really difficult and painful experiences through the lineages, and just feel into that. If you maybe have felt that and never put words to it, and now you're like, oh my gosh, that is why I did that event with that woman, and we didn't get along, and then she kind of took over, and then she made me feel second class citizen, and oh, that was the wound of her not accepting me and her wanting to hold the spotlight. That happens when we do events together. I feel like when we do events with sisters, it's like, we go from first base to fourth base because we deal with money, we deal with power, we deal with spotlight. And these are all can be priestess wounds of not claiming our power and wanting to take it from someone else, or not feeling secure. So we want to cut down someone else. And I saw that when I started on my journey. I lived in Bali, and I did an event with a sister, and ended up that we did things too similarly, which I thought was fabulous. And she's like, no, we're too similar. And also you channeled that, and then you shared it in one of your events. And I was sitting there, and that was mine. And I remember thinking, but it came out of my mouth. And now I've learned that you need to talk about things when you're going to share something, but it's also you own it. And I feel it's all open source anyway. It's none of it's ours. But I've also learned there are nuances to make everyone feel more comfortable. And I was a little bit of a Sag rising, a little bit of a bull in a china shop, and I didn't know how to really create that safe space with another sister. And so I had to learn the hard way. And we're no longer friends. And it ended after one of our events. And so I see that in events. It's like first doing that inner work so that you can show up. And so these are the priestess wounds coming back in my life, and I've experienced it. And the first wound we're going to talk about and deepen into is the womb. I invite you to put your hand on your womb and connect to her. This is the priestess wound of shame, the disconnection from our creative power. You are connected to this, the center of the galactic galaxy of creation. Feel that. And then we were told we were too powerful. You're too powerful. You have too much information. You have too much radiance. And so what did we do? We cut our connection, and we stopped our power, and we disconnected. And healing this will allow you to open your creativity, birth your full potential. This wound can be life-changing if you open to who you truly are and connect again with the creative center that you are. Healing this heals and births all that you want to grid, your energy, your frequency, your gifts. Holding you back and staying in that shame holds you back from embodying your Shakti, your divine feminine essence, your jewels, your codes. What do you feel or sense? Tune into your womb. What are you feeling? What is she saying to you? Connect. Say hello. If this is new for you, say hello. As I had to open being shamed for speaking my truth of my channeling and being shamed by a sister, I had to step into that truth, that what others experience in their journey is not my responsibility. I can only do and own my truths and my power. And just feel into that, your connection with your womb. And then I invite you with a breath to move up to the heart and placing a hand on your heart. The heart center, the fourth chakra. This is the priestess wound of betrayal. The wound of betrayal, closing to love. And I invite Mary Magdalene to come in to just hold you. This is not trusting our sister, not trusting our brother, to fully open to who we truly are. Not fully opening to love. Have you felt that way? I'm just not going to open to love because I got hurt the last time, so I'm just going to stay closed. And Jason sharing, thank you so much. Welcome, brother. There are definitely beloved masculine Magdalenes holding that flame. And so feel into your heart that sisterhood wound, that priestess wound. of betrayal closes us down. When we receive the rejection and manipulation, it holds us back from our sacred inner union, from our sacred knowledge to open that is no longer feels safe. And so we hold back. We're betrayed, we're rejected, we're manipulated. And so we're not going to share anymore our heart, our love. And what happens is we close down. And so we aren't hurt, but then we don't receive love. We don't give and feel love, just as we were sharing about the Venus heart chakra gate. It's this energy as aligning for you to no longer use your armor to stay hidden, to stay disconnected from your heart, disconnected from love, to open to your higher code, your higher purpose, your higher radiance, and giving of love freely and receiving love. Just tune into that. Do you give love freely? Do you receive love freely? Yeah. Jason sharing in the sacral block too. Yeah. He's feeling it, and now we'll open it. And in my 20s, I had a horrible breakup, and I was so devastated. And I just said to myself, I proclaimed it. I didn't know the power of my words. I proclaimed it. And I said, I'm not going through that again. He broke up with me on a voicemail. And we were together, and we had such a beautiful connection. But the thing I was doing was I didn't want to be a needy girlfriend. Don't want to be annoying. I didn't want to share my deep feelings because then he can't meet me. I already was editing myself. And so he really didn't get to know me because I was editing myself. I didn't want to be a nag or needy. So I didn't share that. I just kept it inside. And so when he broke up with me, it was like I was so upset. And I had a rage and an anger, and I shut down. But what I learned later in life was I hadn't shared who I was. He didn't even really know me. I was this like persona of Jennifer. I was young. I wanted to be a certain way. I didn't want to be who I was. I didn't want to show him my mess and my rage and my wildness and my imperfections. Oh no. But I've learned that's my beauty. And so I shut my heart down, and when I chose to open it years later, did someone come in. It was like a barren desert for many years in my 20s. And how have you shut down from betrayal or rejection? How is your heart shut down? And then as we move up into our throat chakra with the breath, I invite you to tune into your throat. And this is the priestess persecution wound of the voice. The wound of fearing, judgment, oppression, persecution, the throat lock. That we don't want to be seen, we don't want to be heard, we do not want to be visible, and we throw on the invisibility cloak. And this is shaming us for our message. You are too much. You spoke too much. You shouldn't have said that. You're too much. You're too powerful. Why did you say that? That's not the truth. I don't agree with you. You need to stop saying that, or you're going to have some things are going to come your way that are going to not be good, or your family is going to be destroyed, or you're going to be destroyed, or you're going to be hung up in the town center if you keep saying that. So what did we do? We disconnected from our throat. We disconnected from our voice. How many of you can feel into that? Mindy sharing, I'm trying to reconnect to it and release narcissistic parent wound, even find my energetic boundaries. Paula, this is exactly how I feel right now. Closed to loving, closed. Griselda, I have to go. Blessings, Griselda. Mindy, working on that. So as we're feeling these ancient wounds, we walk with them, and they can run us until we choose to let them go. And so the throat chakra is how you speak and how you share your voice. And I invite you now to just let's first, the heads did leave the body in many lifetimes for many of us. And so I just invite you with both your hands is just to connect your head back onto your shoulders with smoothing. And bringing your head back onto your shoulders, connecting them again, and opening this. And bringing your head and your body back together again with your throat. Just feel that now. And I remember I held my first circle in Northern California, terrified, put a flyer up. I was living near Sebastopol, California, and I put a flyer up for a circle. And the 16 women came, and I think I charged $11. And they came, and I was nervous. I had everything printed out, and I spent all that time. I'm going to lead this really great circle. So terrified. I was actually dreading it. It was like 4 days to go, 3 days to go. 2 days to go. Why didn't I just not have a circle? Why did I do this? I could just be sitting on the beach right now. I don't need to do this. But I did. And so I showed up, and this one woman who I'm sure was from Brooklyn was in the circle, and I didn't know her. And she speaks up and she says, "Lita, we can't hear you," really loud. And I was speaking, reading my notes, speaking like this, literally like speaking almost to myself. And only in that moment did I realize my voice. I literally was blocked, and I was embodying that. And it was a really wake up call that I needed to do some work and open that. I had done some scar work, wounds in my field, but I obviously had more to go. And so it was a really big wake up call, and it was opening me to that next level. But I was terrified of being seen and speaking these truths. Gathering with women had not been a safe thing in past lives, has it? But it is now. And it no longer needs to keep us blocked or held back. And so I invite you now, as we're going to move into our embodied journey, and invite you to stand. I'm going to put on a little music. And I invite you to just send your grounding cords down again to Mother Gaia. And lay your hands on your womb and connect as we call in Mary Magdalene to guide us. And invite you now to relax your jaw, let it hang loose. Relax your shoulders. What do you need to arrive here? What is your body needing? Breathing into your heart. I invite you to stand with your feet on the floor. And so you're moving your hips, moving your body. And welcome whatever is here right now. This is the seat of your power, is just welcoming and honoring whatever shows up. Feeling anxious, tired, exhausted, joyful, disconnected. Just feeling how you feel, and like, this is how I am today, and showing up. Not trying to be something you're not, like I kept being in my 20s and earlier. I've learned, it's like, this is how I am today. And just opening and breathing into your heart. Softening your heart, and where you are welcome, whatever is here right now. Feeling the longing, the deep longing of your soul to serve the awakening of humanity. With your soul gifts, with your radiance, with your wisdoms, with your truth, to birth and live the life that you know you're meant to live, that abundant, magnetic, radiant, joy-filled life. Just bring in the vision of the life you want to create now. Just bring in that vision, hold it on your heart. Bring your intention into your heart that you placed earlier. Softening down, just deep down into your root of your womb now. Feeling into your womb that carries the jewels of your soul gifts. That holds the jewels and the soul codes, your wisdoms and your knowings, turning towards your gifts. I'm just starting to relax now. Relaxing and allowing. Allow your root chakra gates to relax. Your yoni and your ovaries just opening and relaxing, starting to feel a deep rooting as you open the space beneath you. You feel this energy rooting you down. You're rooting deeper into Gaia, Mama Sophia, as you root, feeling your strength. Your breath lengthens. Just feel this now. Rooting deep, so deep, bending your knees, moving your hips, bending your elbows, like really deepening into your body. As you descend deeper and deeper, opening and opening wide, spacious void of creation, unifying your body with Mother Sophia, with Mary Magdalene, as one body, as one together. Just feel this now. Breathe in now, and starting to breathe and receive together and connect with the Divine Mother, honoring your divine life source of Mother Gaia. Breathe her up. Start to inhale her up through the soles of your feet, up through your legs, up through your hips, into your body, breathing her up and up. I invite you to take long breaths and use your hands even, like use your hands to gather the inhale up with your left leg, up your right leg. Really breathe her in, up into your body. I invite you to take long breaths and use your hands to gather the energy. You're like gathering her up into your body, into your temple of light, up into your cervix, your stargate within your womb space, your gateway to the womb, igniting your creative fire, your ruby ovaries of light. I invite you to tune into your left ovary, your divine gifts. Breathe into it and feel it and activate it, warming it up. How does it feel? What do you feel in your left ovary, your divine feminine side? Do they feel blocked? It can feel open, receptive, it can feel numb. Numb is a feeling. Feel as you breathe into this now. And it can bring you back into balance. To sit with it and receive your divine feminine gifts within you. Feel this now. This is your left ovary as you're receiving and your divine feminine gifts. And now I invite you to move your gaze to your right side, to your masculine side, your right ovaries, and invite you can place your hand like a cross over each ovary, so you are connecting them. And your left and your right side is your active side, and breathe into your right ovaries, your ruby ovaries, and this is how you bring your gifts forward to the world. And out, this is how you share your gifts. This is how you bring warmth and balance. Breathe into it. Take some breaths into your right ovaries and breathe into it. You can rock back and forth with your body, with your knees always bent, really connecting to the ground. Come into divine feminine activation. This process to rebuild the creative fire and activate and heal the priestess wounds. Feeling this now, feel this within you. Breathing up, breathe that up, that divine golden dragon light of light into your ovarian fire, igniting your ovarian fire of your right and left, purification fire with your breath. Breathing it up. Exhale, let it out. Full exhale. Ignite the creative seeds of your womb, no longer needing to hold back from the wounds of your womb. I invite you to tune into your womb and the wound of shame as we allow ourselves and allow this emotion, this false matrix to release and lift off of your womb. Any locks on your womb, allow them to release and to be breathed out, like breathing it in. And with your breath, let it out. Let it out with your deep exhale. And then breathe in your original light. Breathe out what no longer serves you, breaking any grids, entities, implants, old illusions, AI, residue, overlays, hooking, harnessing, siphoning off of your divine power. Let it go, let it go. Any grids, entities, implants, letting it go. As you open to the path of your golden priestess, you no longer need to have these illusions blocking you. As you are a golden priestess leader of the new earth, no longer holding you back. Give them up. Give these up to source. Give these up to the energies as your path opens. Send them off. Let them go. Releasing, releasing, releasing. Dissolve, dissolve, dissolve. Opening up to your magnificence, your radiance, your codes, activating again as you connect to the galactic center of creativity that you may have disconnected from. Connect, send that umbilical cord of golden light and connect again with the galactic center of source of all knowledge and creation. Your source of power, your womb of light. It's never been a dark womb. It's always been a womb of light. There's been so many misconceptions. Just tune into, feel into this truth. Your womb of light and your ovaries. Remember your divinity. And this is your own way right now. How are you opening up? How are you activating your and releasing your anything blocking your womb, any shame, any implants? And now breathe up with a sipping breath, like with your lips together, like through a straw. All that radiant light from your womb of light up into your heart chakra. As we touch the heart, igniting the seat of your divine feminine. This is the seat of your magnetic power. This is the heart, and this is the priestess wound of betrayal. Feel into this, the inner flame of light that carries the strength of your love and the core of your being, as we call in Mary Magdalene. The realms of union opening within you as you breathe up into your heart, moving and clearing. Feel that now as you're breathing into your heart, dissolving any blocks, wounds, implants, pain, disconnection, armor, and allowing it to be felt. Feel it all, the pain, the wounds, the piercing disappointment, and letting it all go, honoring it and letting it all go. And Isla sharing how being raped, she had to trust, her trust fell with a person that she was involved with. And so the last couple of years, she's been healing and knowing it's safe to open again and to speak up again. Thank you for sharing, sister. Our truth sets us free, and you give others permission to honor what they may have forgotten or blocked or not wanted to remember again. But we have to remember and feel it all to be that whole radiant, divine leader that we truly know we're meant to be. And so feel into that with your heart. It's safe to open your heart again, to love fully, to receive love. And breathe in the flame of your heart, healing any wounds, pains, or blocks, activating remembrance, the divine soul blueprint that you were here to bring and ground, the coherent magnetic heart. Help me, Mother Beloved. Help me, Mary Magdalene. Help me remember again, remembering who I am and what I am here to bring. As you activate the deep flame of your heart, feel it moving and opening, beloved. Letting it all go as your heart clears and clears, opening and sealing this divine heart healing now. Letting go of the priestess wounds and opening to pure radiance. And now, beloved, with that sipping breath, sip from your divine, radiant, glowing rose heart up to your throat. Bring all that solar plex, all that solar golden womb and heart light, and bring that up into your throat. As we're now up into the throat chakra, the 5th chakra. And again, we come down and deeply grid and send your cords down to Mother Gaia and the golden core, and then breathe up through your womb of light, through your heart, up into the throat, really grounding and bringing up that pleasure. Allow the light, the golden light, to come into your throat, honoring it, opening it. Let the heart light heal and purify the blocks and wounds that may be in the throat. Allow some sound, some sound out. Activate your throat. Activate anything that needs to be released. And also, if you are new with me, in the back of your throat is the medulla oblongata chakra. That is where you receive life force, and it's an incredibly powerful chakra that many do not know or teach of. So that has a plug in many of us. It's a gray, skinny triangle. And so I invite you to pull out that plug and send it to the galactic center of source to no longer be there, because your throat is a cross of matter. It is not just a vertical channel of light, it is horizontal. So just breathe in that new light coming in, and then breathe in that vertical light. So your heart and your throat are crosses of matter. So the spiritual plane, the vertical plane, meets the matter plane, heart and throat. So just feel that as you open your throat, releasing off any blocks, implants, worries, doubt, old persecution. This is the wound of persecution. So laying that off, that invisibility cloak, not wanting to be heard, not wanting to speak up, not wanting to share your vision, your passion, your wisdoms, like I was in that circle in Northern California, like whispering so nobody really heard me and I didn't rock the boat and I didn't make any waves and I just could stay invisible and stay safe. It's no longer, right? Let's just break that off, break that up, explode that into who you truly are. Allow it, allow it, allow it. Let it out. Let out some sound. Sound grounds you, sound opens you. You're telling your body that you are here and you are open and you're safe and you're relaxed when you make sound. So just make a sound, unlock and open the throat. Allow this now, allow the openings to no longer to be there, to no longer be held back by being judged or persecuted or oppressed. And feel this now as you bring up this frequency into your throat, as you open your throat, and with your womb and your heart and your throat now open. And Mary Magdalene, as we move off anything that no longer serves us, breathe up into all three chakras now, breathing your breath. Inhale and exhale. Any wounds or codes of invisibility, of speaking your truth, persecution, fear of being seen, fear of sharing your gifts, all is gone now. Feel it leaving. All that was held in the throat, breathe into the space. Call in Mary Magdalene to help unlock your throat fully. As we seal this, as your radiant throat is open and radiant. Feel now as we place a golden ankh within the throat, the key of life, opening it, guiding it, increasing its radiance, and place a golden ankh within your heart, opening your love, opening your radiance, and a golden ankh within your womb of light, opening it. And with these ankhs, we call in the key of life, the ankh to release and lift out any residue, old patterns, anything left over, to fully release it. Allow it to let go, allow it to clear, clear, clear. Throat chakra is your chalice of speaking, and your heart is your chalice of love, and your womb is your chalice of creativity and holder of life. And just feel this now as you connect with the Mother Earth through the central channel, breathing her up in this divine illumination of your throat. Oh, we're clearing. I was wondering when that was going to happen. When we clear, my throat can start to block like that as we had put in the ankhs, the key of life. Opening up this, opening, opening, opening. Feel this now. It is now safe for me to be seen. And just put in new mantras. It is now safe for me to be heard and seen and to speak my truth. It is safe for me to be heard and seen and speak my truth. Breathe the breath of life into that. And then when your heart is safe for me to open my heart and to give and receive love. It is safe for me to open my heart and to receive and give love. And in my womb, it is safe for me to open my womb and to be creative and share my gifts and connect to my power, my creative power, my sexuality, my sensuality, my truth. Just feel that as you claim and you grid in these incredible mantra affirmations into your chakra centers that are no longer blocked. Feel them open as now we bring in this beautiful golden light of Source Center, the golden central sun of Source. I invite you to envision this above you as you connect to God, Source, Divine, Sophia, Creator, and bring in as you bathe, as you open your crown and breathing this golden light down through your chakras, down through your pineal, down through your eye of Ra, down through your throat. And just feel it bathing as it moves in the clockwise direction, clearing and healing and activating your throat chakra and the divine golden frequency of God's Source. And then as it drips down and radiates down into your heart, moving in a clockwise direction, radiating and glimmering and luminescent in the frequency of your heart of love, of giving love, of sharing love, opening that, radiating and activating your heart. And then as it bathes and it moves down into your womb of light, moving in a clockwise direction, the direction of the sun, opening up with this golden creation codes, this swirling golden dust, this golden light as you connect to the galactic center, as you open into your truth, your creativity, your power, your sensuality, your sexual energy that is the power of 10 planets. Feel your power, your radiance rising, your solar feminine, your solar frequency, the golden priestess that you are. Rising and rising, opening and opening as all three chakras are open, unlocked, activated with the divine key of life of the Ankh, with Mary Magdalene's guidance, with your support, with your love. Feel this now as healing of the priestess wounds is now connected. Tammy sharing, can't open my throat chakra. There is damage from surgery. So go in. I invite you to join us in Royal Golden Sikkim in our, I think there is a free replay here on YouTube of the healing miracle and also the gold frequency, and receive the golden Sikkim. That is a healing modality that we practice and that we certify practitioners in, and we just finished our level 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and to receive golden royal Sikkim to heal all of the scar tissue and whatever happened in your surgery, beloved sister, so that you can fully open. You've opened a lot right now, but there could be a little more, and you can step into the field of miracles that we open today, and that with Royal Golden Sikkim, and to receive those free replays that are in YouTube at the Jennifer Shirrod channel that you're on. And so receive that, sister. So how do you feel as we thank Mother Mary Magdalene and we grid and we ground in our bodies? I invite you to take a seat and to join me. And how are you feeling? I would love to hear Amnesia burping and releasing old beliefs about fear and guilt and needing to hide my light. I had that big time, the hiding of the light. That was really big for me. So yeah, it was not, I'm trying to comment here. I'm gonna post some things. Let's see here. Wonder why I can't put a photo in. Well, I thought I could put a photo in. I wanted to put some photos into our comment section, and because I want to step into, how many of you, how are you feeling? Post in the chat. What released, what moved through you? Well, that wasn't what I wanted in the chat. I wanted to do photos because I wanted to share a bonus with you and have photos so you could look at the photos. So now I'll just need to speak it. Oh, my Ayla May, I'm feeling empowered and at peace. Oh, I love it. I'm so excited. Who else is feeling this? And this is an integration that will be over the next 48 hours. You reached back to deep ancient wounds, and what you heal for yourself, you heal for others. So I thank you and I honor you. And before I step into Mary Magdalene's feast day activation, we're going to have for her to seal this work. I want to share with you about what's coming up in Light Priestess Temple. And many of the sisters here are already joining us, but you have the chance and the opportunity and the divine pathway of light to join us on the island of the gods in Bali. And we have only 3 spots left for the 999 portal, the New Eden Rising Bali Priestess Pilgrimage. It is September 4th through 10th on the 999 portal of this year. We're in 9 year, and it's the 9 portal. So it's the triple gateway of new beginnings and endings. And we are this is an incredible journey because it started for me in 2020, where we opened and activated the New Earth codes. Bali is the mountaintops of Lemuria, and the codes of a new golden earth are held within the higher realms above Bali. And we were asked, it took me a year of incredible initiation by the medicine women of Mu and the Lemurian priestesses and the beautiful energy of this new earth, a new Eden birthing, to then activate the New Earth codes. And so we activated them in 2020 in Bali, in Uluwatu, at a huge ceremony on 11/11 with over 100 people. And now, 5 years later, I'm being asked to come back to grid the golden New Eden codes into the waters of Bali. at the waterfalls and the water temples and the oceans with the rainbow mermaids and the golden dolphins. And this is an offer that is here for you. So if you are being called to do your sacred work and to now grid with your open throat, your open heart, your open womb, to now grid your codes and stand in your truth and share your message and activate into your next higher codes and transform into the woman you know you're meant to be, join with us in Bali. It's 6 days. 7 days and 6 nights and a 5-star villa, and we'll be traveling to sacred sites each day and gridding these codes and having fun and dancing and being with the sisters. But also it's your ability and your soul call to step into this frequency and who you truly are. And you will arrive a devoted seeker on your path, and you will leave an activated initiate Lemurian priestess, code holder of the new Eden golden codes. And so step into that. And that is, I have a bonus offer where the price did already go up. And so we have 2 options. So a queen bed is $2,999 for the entire all-inclusive, where you get an opening ceremony. You'll receive the sacred Melicut ceremony of Bali from the High Priestess of Bali in our opening ceremony. And so to prepare for this and to open this, we will have incredible things. So you receive that just to open our ceremony, which you have to pay and go see her at her temple. She's going to be coming to our villa, and it'll be so special. And so this is just some of what you'll be receiving. And so that is $2,999 is your private bed, private queen bed, your villa room in the villa. We have 3 villas that we're renting for the retreat pilgrimage, that are all from one family, all on one pondak, which is like a walkway in Bali. And I've lived in Bali, so I'm going to be taking you to the secret places, the secret waterfalls. This is not a tourist trip. This is a sacred initiation and high council gathering, because what I've been shown is the women coming all hold facets of the codes for gridding the new earth into the waters that then go out into all of humanity. So you are called sister. And so the twin bedroom is $25.99, and that is a twin bed, share bath, shared bedroom in one of the villas. And I have a offer for, not only do you get a VIP day with me on September 11th, you get a VIP experience with me. You will get access to choosing 2 of our courses from our product course suite that I have brought in just for you to have this frequency, so that you can receive the highest codes before you ever show up in Bali. Our most popular, our High Priestess of the New Golden Age course, it's worth $444. And then you can have the Codes of Ra, which is our Business Leaders of Light course, which is $497 if you buy it yourself on our website. And then the illumined ones, the Magdalene Hathor, which is, I'd love for you to deepen into that, because I touched on how Magdalene and Hathor are the same soul family, the same Venusian frequency, the same soul, and that you could learn more about that and deepen your wisdoms of the mysteries, so you know the truth. And that is the illumined ones, Magdalene and Hathor course. And then the 4th one that you can choose from is the Magical Money Goddess, the New Earth codes that we just brought in. That is the codes that Yeshua brought in and gave to Mary Magdalene on his last night before he was taken by the guards at Gethsemane. And he transferred this royal codex of his line, the House of David, House of Solomon, back through time to source, that he then gave to Mary Magdalene and the night that they conceived, because I do believe that there is a Merovingian line that is the kings and queens of France, and there was a Christ lineage that still walks on this planet today that carries the Christ lineage, and that she held that in her belly, and why she had to leave and go to France, and she was hunted, and how she had to leave. And so she held these codes, and when he transferred that to her, the wealth codes, the truth of all of the cosmos, he gave it to all of us. And so I invite you, these are 4 courses, and that is worth $697. So you get choices of 2 courses, a VIP experience with me, and a bonus promo code Bali of 10% off. So you save almost $300 off of the queen room and about $260 off of the twin room. And that is only 48 hours. That ends on midnight on the 24th of June. And so I invite you, if you're like, yes, I want to walk more and I don't know more about it, I'm going to post the link to, let me just undo that. I got a little excited. And I'm just going to post this in our Facebook comments. And this is the link to the webpage for the 999 portal, Bali Priestess Pilgrimage, and go there. And this bonus is not on the website. So the bonuses of all the courses are, and so you can see that. I want you to see the courses, and then you can even go to them on our course page and look at them. And why I added them is because I want you to have these codes before you arrive in Bali, so you are activated and you are ready to grid the new Eden golden codes into the waters for all of humanity for the next 2,000 years. This is a incredible journey that we're going to be taking. And then the bonus, the promo is only here. So the promo code is Bali. I'm going to put that in here. Promo code. And that's where you get the 10% off. Oh, no. Oh, it loves to, you know how Facebook loves to put in something similar that's not, like it puts in someone else's webpage? Okay, so promo code Bali is in the chat, in the Facebook, and the link to the webpage. And so I invite you to like, gosh, Bali sounds so fun. I don't know. Reach out to me. If you have questions, send me an email, reach out to me on Facebook Messenger. I have questions about Bali. It sounds so cool, but I'm not sure. And reach out to me, because this is the call of the new divine feminine, solar feminine leaders to come forward and to be gridding the new earth codes on Mama Bali, the mountaintops of Lemuria. And I'm really excited. And we only have 3 spots, so it's like the Trinity. So if you're like, yes, it sounds so fun, I'm free that week. And we have our WhatsApp chat already set up. So once you join, you have the WhatsApp chat that has all of the information. The sisters are already chatting. And if you want to come with a share, and we pick the best roommates for you. If you don't have your own picked out, we pick an incredible roommate for you. So you'll be connected. And if you want your own room, you'll have that. And just luxuriate in the waterfalls of Bali and feel that energy. And so as we open, let me just take a sip of tea. And how are you feeling from our priestess healing? Alexandra, wonderful. Chata sharing, I just got shown how my clothing journey reflected my hiding. I used to wear lots of black, hiding masculine styles, and my collections reflected that. And now my colors and collections are earthy, embodied, feminine, radiant, bold, to be seen. How amazing. What an incredible insight. Isn't that amazing? As we grow in our path, it's like it's so evident, and like we didn't know it before because we weren't the frequency. This is a frequency that you carry. The Magdalene frequency, the radiant solar feminine, is rising. And it's no longer the lunar, it is the solar. The solar has always been it. It's always been the oneness, Akhenaten, Nefertari, Yeshua, all speaking of the oneness. And this is the truth. And you are that creation. You are that radiance. The sun is the creator of life, and the sun carries the new light codes. It's the delivery system that activates, and it meets you, and it activates your highest codes. And when you come into a high activated container of light, like at Light Priestess Temple, like we are here today, you activate, as you move into a higher frequency, you activate higher codes, and your higher codes click on, and all of a sudden you have new knowledge, new knowings, new wisdoms, new temples of your remembrances come in, new guides, new wisdoms. It all starts to open, and it's just like it just drops in, and it becomes your life. And you move from gray halftone life, like me running my clothing business, running around a factory and running shoes, angry and disconnected, to then full life, helping others, stepping into my truth, channeling gridding light codes and climbing pyramids and mountains across the planet and being on sacred sites. It's just been a dream. And I invite you to walk with us and to step into Light Priestess Temple, where every woman is a priestess. And I honor, and I can't wait to have you walk with us in Bali. And so as we tune in now to our activation, calling in Mary Magdalene, and she'll be activating what we just cleared to step into our highest codes, and then we will wrap up our incredible Magdalene Feast Day. And so calling in Mary Magdalene, Ashkvaraka, Ashkaraka, Ushkara. Ooh, ah, ooh. Inhale, exhale. As Mary Magdalene comes in with her cloak, I see her red cloak just covering and holding you in such divine grace, like a child in the arms of her mother. And just feel this warm red cloak of rose petals and silk covering and connecting you and holding you. This chalice appears before you, and she says that this is the nectar of the healing frequency. Each one of you has a different nectar. And so this chalice, I invite you to place your intentions into the chalice that you held. And if your intention shifted, please place your intention into the chalice. And then she asks you to hold this nectar, this chalice into your heart. And she's also activated it with this divine frequency of your future, of your highest timeline. And so as you hold it at your heart, connect with it. What is it sharing with you? What is it speaking to you? And as Mary Magdalene whispers to you, what does she say? What is she saying to you? Receive her words now. Ashkamanika, Ashkamanika, Ushkara. Spend time with Mary Magdalene right now in this divine moment. And as you maybe write in your journal or as you connect with what she has just shared with you, I invite you to bring that beautiful chalice of gold up to your lips, blessing it and honoring it, and then take a sip from that chalice and savor the nectar in your mouth before letting it deepen into your throat and into your body and into your bloodstream. And as you slowly imbibe and slowly let that deepen into your cells, feel that new timeline with your throat healing and healed, with your heart healing and healed, and with your womb of light healing and healed. Feel these three chakras, these, as the Egyptians called them, the inner central suns. Feel the inner central suns radiant and opening your new activation as a solar divine feminine priestess and creatrix and leader. The solar divine feminine is awakening within you today, here and now, opening this as you feel this radiance, as your aura turns to gold, as your cells and then to move out into humanity as open source, as the solar feminine activates now through you, through your activated divine throat, through your activated divine heart, and through your activated divine womb of light. and feel this now. What do you feel and what do you see? And as Mary Magdalene bows to you, you bow back as you place the chalice down and give each other a big hug. And as Mary Magdalene looks into your eyes, she sends you a transmission from her eyes into yours, and receive her light code transmission now. And as we close out our Magdalene feast day in such divine devotion and honoring of the Magdalene within us, feel your truth, feel your heart, feel your legacy, your solar codes opening. And as we thank Mary Magdalene, we thank all the angels and guides that were here with us, and just holding yourself in a divine hug. We call this the angel hug in our community, which is our nervous system resonance practice. Just exhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down, inhaling up. That moves you back into balance, into creativity and rejuvenation, away from any fear, flight, or fawn, or freeze. Balancing and opening your capacity to step into who you truly are, into a higher capacity, an expansive capacity, a radiant, miraculous capacity as a creator of miracles, holding the solar feminine codes within you. And I thank you for your time and your energy and your frequency. And I'm so honored to have shared this incredible day with you. And I'd love to hear from you. Please type in the chat, and I'll be watching this. And this is here now in replay. This will be up. You can come back and watch this anytime. And we also created I know Facebook is removing lives, and so we have also recorded this live on YouTube. And so we will be bringing that link into our Facebook as well, so that you will have both. And you could watch this a month from now, 6 months from now, and you can connect with the Magdalene within you on this heart chakra portal gate of your Venus heart opening again and releasing of the priestess wounds that held you back. That now you step into your soul gifts, your soul codes, and step into the creator, the way shower, and the leader of light of the new earth that you truly are. And I send you so much love. You are the gift you've been waiting for, and the world is waiting for your magic. Blessings, beloved, and many blessings on this Magdalene feast day, and I invite you to celebrate. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Much love.